Hello and welcome to this tutorial for everything no return related. So no return is the roguelike mode that is featured in Last of Us 2 Remastered. It's only on Remastered, not the original Part 2. And it's a lot of fun. Let's start out. Well, this video is going to be talking about pretty much everything non-gameplay related. Just what it is, different characters, different perks, what to look for on the boards and stuff, and just more what it is. So let's just load up a standard run. And let's just look at the board. So this is the basics of no return. You start in your own little hideout.
All right.
And right here we have a crafting table. Just like in the campaign, we have supplement upgrades, and they're unique to each character. Not every character is the same, but we'll get to that a little bit later. And then there's a locker to buy things like, well, basically to buy training manuals and that you can upgrade with your supplements. And you can buy other guns, ammo, bombs, stuff like that. And this right here is when you're finished with one of the encounters, you go over here and collect the rewards for it. Now, a board consists of 5 tasks and then a boss. Now, the tasks here, they branch off right away, and whichever one you choose is really a preference. If you look, you can look ahead. You have to go one at a time, but you can look ahead and see if there's something that's more preferable, or like, oh, this one's really tough, so I'm going to go this way. So you can sort of plan ahead. But you can see right there we have rewards. So this one specifically, 75 parts, 65 supplements, and 25 currency. When you're finished, it sends you back right here. You collect the stuff from the chest here, and then you have that stuff. You can do the 75 parts upgrading your weapons, the 20-something currency to buy weapons and bombs and stuff, and then once again supplements to upgrade stuff right here. And again, each character has something different based on their play style. Now, what you'll also see here are, we'll get to like assault and faction types in the next video, but right here you'll see multipliers and mods. Now, these are the 2 most important things if you're going for high scores. So the higher the multiplier, the more points you're going to get. So say you get, I don't know, 500 points here, and then you basically multiply that times 2.8, and that's what that's going to be your encounter total at the end. So logically, you want to pick the paths with the highest multipliers. Now, what makes the multipliers higher? Well, first of all, difficulty. I don't remember where to go. I think it's at the end of an encounter. Actually, hold on. I think there's a way to see. Right here. Nope. Damn it. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Score multiplier. So the higher the difficulty, the higher the multipliers will be. The multipliers are the most important things when it comes to highest scores. So the easiest difficulty is 1. Light is 1.2, moderate's 1.5, hard is 1.8, survivor is 2, and then the highest jump from 2 to 2.5, grounded mode. And my advice with getting good at grounded mode is to just do it, fail, and you'll just get better by doing it. If grounded is all you're ever used to, you will get good at it. Okay, that's my advice with this. But yes, let's go back to the board. Oh, yes. Yes, by all means. I am recording this live, so chat if there's anything you want me to mention, because I'm probably going to forget. I don't write things down.
Let's move.
Yes, this is also based on permadeath rules, so if you get right here and then you die, that's it. You're taken back to the main menu, and you have to select standard run, grounded, and just start with a new board. If you want to play that certain board again, if you go under difficulty, there's a seed, and you can put that into custom and then try it again, and it's the same board. But yeah. So anyway, back to multipliers and mods. You want to go for the highest scores, which is what we're all out for. You want to go for the highest multipliers. But sometimes they can be a little difficult. Again, assault, hunted, capture, and holdout, we'll go over those in a different video. But the mods dictate what the multiplier is going to be. So when you have negative mods, the multiplier is higher. And right here, every now and then, there will be a mystery. A mystery is actually a negative mod. It will increase the multiplier by 1.5. So this could just be a normal encounter just like this one, but if you attach mystery to it, it increases it by 1.5. And I want to spend here and go over what those mods are. Right? Yeah, it's under custom. Pretty much everything right here is customs. You need to know about is in custom. Okay, so these are the mods. A positive one keeps the multiplier where it is, or actually decreases it by 0.05. And a negative one will increase it by a certain amount. I don't know how much specifically each one does. All I know is enemies drop bombs on death, and invisible enemies are the two highest multipliers, because they are technically, the game assumes they are the two hardest ones. I believe it is, they increase it by 1.2, and those are the highest. But we'll go over these. Photo mode filters is a negative mod. It basically, just like that, it puts one of these photo mode filters on the screen, and they can be very hard to deal with. Some are more difficult than others. Like this one's difficult to deal with. That one's difficult to deal with. Some of these are somewhat pleasant to look at, but there's a couple that are not very pleasant to look at. No matter what photo mode filter you get, the multiplier is still the same. Okay, enemies drop bombs on death is basically what it sounds like. When you kill an enemy, they drop a bomb, and it can kill another enemy, and they can also hurt you, but they don't deal the same amount of damage as like a pipe bomb that you throw. It does, I think, maybe 30% damage compared to that, but I think it does like 100% damage to enemies, because runners can get cut in half by it or killed. So can humans. I notice humans don't die as frequently to them as infected. I think they're more deadly to infected. But yeah, enemies drop bombs on death, one of the highest negative mods. You want this. If you want the highest score possible, you want this as a mod. And I find it to be helpful, okay? Melee kills restore health. So when you melee kill an enemy, you get a little bit of health back. That's a positive mod. Time slows on headshots. That's a positive mod as well. And it's basically what it sounds like. You headshot someone, and then time will slow down for 2 seconds. This one isn't very helpful. It's a little bit helpful if you do it in a hostage situation, but just by itself, it's a mod that you just almost don't wish, like you don't wish is there. Low health damage bonus. This is the thing that you can upgrade as Ellie in the campaign, where it would where an attack would otherwise kill you, you get like one more chance to make it out of there. It's that one. That's a positive mod again. Negative mod, photo mode filter. Yeah, the endure perk. That's right. Yeah, it's basically the endure perk. Photo mode filter, again, we just talked about it. Tripwire traps, that's another negative mod. Basically, there's tripwires around the map. And just like with the dropped bombs, if you go across one, even on grounded, it won't kill you, but it will do a lot of damage. And it's a lot of fun to watch enemies go through it. Tripwires is especially helpful on holdout, because tripwires aren't in the building that you're in, but they're still across the map, and enemies just run into them. It's quite funny. And chaotic. But it's a negative mod. Increased enemy health. I don't know how much it increases it by, but they have increased health. The one thing with this, if you're meleeing an enemy, so when you're in stealth mode, again, I'll show this stuff off in gameplay, but when you're in stealth mode and you run up and hit square or punch on an enemy, it will no longer kill them unless you have a melee weapon. If you just have your fist, you'll run up and just punch them. It doesn't kill them. And same thing goes with a bottle stun, and then your fists or Ellie's knife or something, it doesn't kill them. So, yeah. If you're going for leg shots and headshots, then it's still, you know, you can run up and melee them for a kill or headshot them. So this one can be inconvenient. If you throw a pipe bomb at one of the Rattler's clickers, it doesn't kill them either. So yeah, I recommend when you get this mod, unless you have a melee weapon, I would go for grabs on stunned enemies. Decreased enemy health, the exact opposite. They die a lot faster. You could be in an alert, run up to an enemy, and hit square with a melee weapon, and I think it kills them. 2 pistol shots instead of 3, stuff like that. Increased enemy speed, they basically just run faster. It's a negative mod. Crafting gives bonus parts. That's basically what it sounds like. You get extra parts at the end of a round. It's a positive mod. This thick fog is a negative mod. This one is kind of hard to deal with. There's basically mist everywhere, the thick fog. But it really does hurt your vision. Even if you have a really good monitor, it really does hurt your vision. So assault or capture, it's very, very difficult to deal with. So it's a negative mod. Vaulting boosts movement speed. This one's kind of funny. It's a positive mod. You vault over something and you basically move at 2 times the speed or something. You look like your character's in fast forward motion. It's very funny. Temporarily unlock all recipes. So the recipes are things like shivs, upgraded melee weapons, crafting pipe bombs, crafting trap mines. You basically have one round where you get all this stuff. You don't keep it when the round's over, but you temporarily. Again, that's a positive mod. This one's kind of fun. You basically become a firebender. Melee attacks set enemies on fire. So if you punch an enemy, it sets them on fire. Another punch usually just kills them right then and there. It's a lot of fun in Hunted by Infected as long as there's no clickers or shamblers. It's quite a bit fun. But yeah, it's a positive mod. Long shot damage bonus. So when you're a certain distance, it's a positive mod. When you're a certain distance away from an enemy, you'll shoot them and then your damage will have been doubled. It's kind of a weird one. It's something I don't really notice, or like you change your strategy to accommodate for it. It's a little weird. You'll know like it worked or you have it because the reticle when you shoot them looks different. Like the X that pops up when you shoot an enemy, it gets bigger and is a little more blurry. Yeah, stealth kills boost movement speed. It's kind of like the vaulting one, except for a stealth kill, and then you just are able to run really, really fast. Positive mod. This one's pretty helpful when it comes to like Hunted for Infected or something. Stuns restore melee durability. So if you have a melee weapon on your back, and you used a couple hits, and you either shoot someone's leg or brick them or throw a pipe bomb at them, your melee weapon will get some durability back. That one's actually helpful. That's a positive mod. This one's a negative mod, and I believe it's only available on the Assault missions, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, it's only available on Assault. Basically, after a certain amount of time, there will be like a bottle that spawns next to you and crashes right next to you, and that will attract the human enemies. I think it'll also, yeah, if it's Assault on Infected, it will also attract the Infected as well. So yeah, you can find a way to use that to your advantage, but basically doing nothing for an extended period of time, a bottle will crash next to you and then be like, hey, I think I heard someone. Come on, let's check it out. So then you're forced to do something. This is basically the forced to do something mod. It is a negative one. This one is probably my least favorite one. It's realistic reloading. Reloading discards ammo left. So if you have a pistol with 9 bullets in the magazine, if you fire 1 bullet and then reload, you lose 8 bullets. That's basically how it works. So in something like this, you're going to want to use something like the hunting pistol, where it's 1 bullet per, or the shotgun, where it's 2 bullets per. Using a gun with a large magazine round or clip capacity or whatever, this one is it's brutal because you always forget that you have it on. Or you always forget that it's there. So, yeah, keep track of how many you fire. You could have 10 bullets. I'm trying to think of an example what it would be like. Yeah, you could have a 9 magazine pistol, have 10 bullets, fire 1 bullet, reload, you'll have 1 bullet left. So it's something you got to keep track of. It's my least favorite one. Long gun's locked. The left holster gun, any left holster gun you have isn't available for that round. So yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. This one's worse as Joel because he has a 12 bullet revolver. He has 24. You can carry 24 bullets. If you fire a bullet and reload, you lose 11 bullets. So it's so bad. Anyway, yeah, no left holster gun. It's a negative mod. This one's so brutal. It's invisible enemies. This is the other one with the highest multiplier added. It's basically that. Enemies are invisible. This only applies to infected, not humans, because they have guns. That wouldn't be fair. But, yeah. My advice for this one is have your flashlight on. That will leave, like, a shadow, an outline. Now, the outline isn't quite where they are. I always found their actual body is a little bit to the left of where the shadow is. But, yes, always have your flashlight on and aim a little bit to the left. And, yeah, this one's scary. It's very, very scary. Pustule rain. This is basically acid rain that I don't know, the Shambler sprays from his body or the stuff that the bloater throws at you. And it falls from the sky in various places. Negative mod. And Molotov rain's the exact same thing except for Molotovs. This one's a little bit worse because if you're playing against rattlers and you have the clickers chained at different parts of the map, the Molotov rain can actually detach the chain. So you gotta watch for that. Time limit is only available. Oh, and if you walk through the fire, you're also gonna get set on fire. Time limit mod is only available on assault. Like, there's a time limit for capture, but you don't fail the entire board if the time limit runs out. You just can't get the save. Time limit for assault is another very high multiplier for the negative mod, but if the timer runs out, you fail the entire board. So, yeah, if you get this mod, you're gonna have to work fast. And the time limit is a little bit less the further into the board that you are. I don't know if I mentioned that. The 5 rounds. The first round is easy. The 5th round is difficult. Not with negative mods, but just with encounters. Like humans at the start will have melee weapons and pistols. By the end, humans will only have shotguns and rifles. So yeah, it's rough. And that same thing sort of applies to the mods as well. Some of the mods as well, like the time limit. You have a much higher time limit in the beginning. If you get the time limit mod at the very end, the 5th encounter, it's going to be less with more enemies to kill. So yeah. Mirror mode. I hate this one as well. Basically everything's mirrored. Even the shoulder that the camera is over. So yeah, pretty much everything's mirrored. Another negative mod. And this one's the best. This one is the highest multiplier. Mystery. It basically shows you... It basically doesn't show you what the encounter is going to be. Is it humans? Is it infected? Is it assault, hunted, holdout, or capture? I don't know. What mods are there? Do they start in search or combat? I don't know. It might be the... No, I'll talk about that later. Now, with a mystery, you can only have either no mods or one other mod attached to it. Because, now that we're done, let's go back to the board. So on a board for a standard run, you can only have 2 mods. Whether they're both negative, both... You actually can't have two positive ones. You can only have one positive, a positive and a negative, or two negative, or nothing at all. It's right here. There's one positive. There's two negative. There's one positive, so like I said. So one positive, and one negative, or two negative. Those are what you can have. If you have a mystery, the mystery itself counts as a negative mod. It's 1.5. So that means only one more mod can be added onto that. And it can either be positive or negative. So what you really want if you're trying for the highest scores is to get a negative mod on a mystery. That can give you a multiplier of like close to 5. If you get the bombs dropped one, that's 5.4. It's the highest you can possibly get in this. And also I should mention for... I don't think there's a basic assault. So like we mentioned with the difficulty, the default multiplier for this is 2.5. If it's not 2.5, that either means there is a mod attached to it, or, here, right here, this is the default. Here's an assault with the multiplier of 2.5. And it's either higher than that or lower than that if based on the mods. Now, for Hunted, the mod is higher because Hunted is technically more difficult. Again, we'll talk about the encounter type in the next video, but we're still talking about multipliers. The multiplier is 0.2 higher on Hunted and Holdout. Yes, 2.7, but because this one has a positive mod, it's deducted by 0.05. Yeah, and that's pretty much everything. Let's talk about the characters now. Okay, so there's 10 characters. When you start No Return, you have to unlock these characters and stuff. But this is with pretty much the only things left to unlock are the skins. Now, there are basically two different playstyles. Ellie playstyle and Abby playstyle. And what I mean by that is... every character is based off of these because in the campaign, you only play as these two characters. So, playing as, I don't know, Lev is basically playing as Ellie. Same animations and everything, just with the Lev skin. If you're playing as Jessie, you know, you're basically playing as Abby, but with the Jessie skin. You know, that's basically it. So with Ellie, you know, you have in the campaign, what is it? You have pistols, revolvers, a bow, and someone help me out here. What else does she have? She has Molotovs and stun bombs. Both characters have trap mines. The SMG, yes. Ellie characters have the SMG. And the rifle. Yes, the rifle, thank you. So when it comes to starting weapons and lockers, those are what the Ellie characters... and the pump shotgun, yes. Those are what the Ellie characters are going to have. Now, when it comes to the Abby characters, you know, they have their bare knuckles. They have... a military pistol, they have the crossbow, they have the variable rifle, they have the pump shotgun, and the hunting pistol. And in place of Molotovs and stun bombs, they also have trap mines, but they also have pipe bombs, which in my opinion are the most, I think, the best weapons. I think for the main reason of when you craft pipe bombs, you craft them in groups of 2, and you can carry 4. Whereas Molotovs, you craft 1 at a time, and you can only hold 3. Oh, yes, the Abby characters also have the double barrel shotgun, not the pump. Yes, the double barrel shotgun. Yeah, so with that in mind, again, melee-wise, Ellie characters use the knife, Abby characters use their bare knuckles, and all the animations are the same. I don't think it's lazy, I think it's just, you know, The amount of effort to change so much wouldn't be worth it. Anyway, so the Ellie characters are Ellie, obviously, Dina, Lev, Yara, and Mel. The Abby characters are Jesse, Tommy, Joel, Abby, and Manny. Now, again, what type of character it is affects the locker as well, not just whether they use their fists or knife for their melee. And then from here, each character has their own like play style and traits, as you can see on the right. So Ellie starts with a pistol and a Molotov, and she can also craft them right away. And she gets 50% more supplements compared to everyone else. She can craft Molotovs, and she has 2 upgrade branches for her supplements. Dina is more for bombs. She starts with trap mine recipe and a stun bomb recipe and crafting ingredients to be able to craft at least one of them. And she starts with a revolver and a double craft upgrade branch. Don't quite know what that means, but I should, but I don't. Jesse, I'll say it right now, Jesse is by far the best character. The best character. It's not even up for debate. I don't even know why they would make him randomly the best character. He is the best character by so much. Oh, yeah. She can craft like 2 at a time. You can upgrade the supplements so she gets 2 at a time when you craft, and she can hold 4 instead of 3. Right. Anyway, Jesse, he starts with a silence pistol, which you can take off. He starts with 1 pipe bomb. He gets 30% more currency after a round is over. Well, it lets you know on the board, but he gets 30% more currency than everyone else. He gets unique items at the trading post, which basically means he can re-roll as many times as he wants. He's the only character when you go into the locker. I'd have to do an encounter first to show you. We'll show it off later. But you go into the locker, and there's an initial set of things to buy. If you are done buying things, or there's nothing there you want to buy, and you want like a whole set of new stuff, there's a thing furthest to the right. It costs 3 currency. It'll basically give you a whole new set of stuff. Every character, we call it a reroll. You can only reroll once. Jesse can do that as many times as he wants, and is so freaking OP. Like, let's say you want to buy Molotovs in the locker as Ellie instead of crafting them. Sometimes it won't be there in the locker, and then you'll re-roll, and then it's still not there. So it's like, well, fuck, you just cheated me out of Molotovs. So with Jesse, let's say I want to buy pipe bombs, which is what we do a lot. Let's say it's not there on the first one when you enter the locker. Okay, re-roll. It's still not there. You can re-roll again, and then it's there. He's the only character that can do that. You can craft your own silencer, which is good for... It can be good for capture. It can be good for early rounds of assault. Pipe bomb recipe and the gorilla upgrade branch, which is... It's so crazy. It's the best one, and I don't think anyone else can even get it. Basically, that upgrade branch makes it so his pipe bombs, the radius is wider, and he can craft pipe bombs 3 at a time instead of 2, and can carry 6 instead of 4. It's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. Again, Ellie characters can only, except for Dina, I think, Ellie characters can only have 3 Molotovs. I think pipe bombs are better, and Jesse can carry 6. He's absolutely insane. That's why he's the best. More so for the locker and the pipe bombs. But he is an Abby character. Tommy, this is where it gets a little weird with the balancing. Tommy can't dodge, but he has a ridiculously overpowered rifle, a similar rifle that he has in the campaign that he snipes Abby with, and you snipe at the motel in the flashback. It only has 2 bullets in a magazine, but yeah, it's a one-hit kill pretty much on anything and everything except clickers and shamblers. If you headshot, it's a one-hit kill. He can upgrade, holding your breath and stuff, and aiming stability. It says he's sturdier against melee, but I got to tell you something. Don't ever do... If an enemy is swinging at you first, or you're going up against stalkers, don't ever go hand-to-hand against an enemy. Only do that if you have a melee weapon. The not dodging is just sturdier melee my ass. Exactly. Exactly, Chewy. Yeah. There's so many times where you're like fighting like a human with a melee weapon who already started swinging at you. They don't react to your punches, and then they'll just swing again and get you. It's happened to me many times. And also, when a runner like connects, or when a runner or a stalker connects a hit on you, you react to the punches. So then you're mashing square, trying to throw a punch yourself to get in a rhythm of throwing punches. You don't have time. You basically get stun locked. So it's unfortunate that Tommy and Joel are both like this, but they made them stronger in other ways. Again, I would not recommend going hand-to-hand combat with anybody unless you have a melee weapon or an upgraded melee weapon. But yeah, his sniper is very good. He's got a pistol. That's about all I can say. Joel is a little bit better than Tommy, I would say. Tommy's good against humans with the rifle. The rifle is good, I can't lie. But Joel starts with a lot more stuff that actually makes him legitimately good. Joel's big thing is with shivs. He starts with a custom-made revolver that has 24 bullets and can one-hit kill a runner to the body. He starts with an upgraded melee weapon that has 3 hits in it. He starts with a shiv. He has an extra holster on the right. I believe he's the only character that has that, I think. Yeah, so he's got a empty left holster, a right holster with a revolver, and then another empty right holster gun that you can purchase from the locker, or just keep the revolver. That's usually what I do. But yeah, his revolver is, again, it has 12 bullets, and it's just more powerful. He cannot dodge. If you use your supplement upgrades, you can make it so he can get 2 shivs at a time when you craft them instead of 1, and he starts with a shiv. So, yeah, Joel's playstyle is pretty good. I prefer him over Tommy, but yeah, he can't dodge, and that you can carry 6 shivs. I don't know what you can use them for. I guess if you get grabbed by a runner or stalker, you can shiv them right away, or you can silently take down a human if you're able to flank them. But yeah, the not dodging is rough. And then there's Abby, who's a little bit like Jesse, where it's an Abby character, obviously. But you start with a pistol. You have a 4 or 5, I think it's a 4-hit hammer to start. Every time you melee kill someone, you get some health back. Upgrading her starting supplement branch, it'll make it so every punch she lands, she gets health back. And then she also has the brawler upgrade branch, where it's the momentum perk, where you stun and melee kill an enemy, and then if you run up and hit square, you'll immediately kill another enemy, which is a good one. So she's not that bad of a character, and again, she gets pipe bombs as well, so it's pretty good. That's the other thing I didn't mention. With Jesse, you can craft pipe bombs. With the other Abby characters, you have to purchase the ability to craft pipe bombs in the locker. So that's what you would have to do with Abby, and I highly recommend it. Lev's an interesting one. He starts with a bow and a pistol. And he starts with the draw speed being upgraded already. Improved listen mode. I didn't even know that was a part of his skill set, which is great for grounded. Sarcasm. And the archery upgrade branch, which basically is you can craft your own arrows and explosive arrows. The explosive arrows are pretty good for bosses and human encounters. But, yeah, that's about it. The one thing I will say about having playing as a character who has 2 weapons, No Return really, even on grounded, likes to give you a lot of ammo, but it has a way of giving you ammo for the gun that you don't need. So many times when we're playing as Jesse, I'll have a shotgun that I purchased from the locker and pistol. I'll use a bunch of pistol ammo and then just completely run out while they continue to drop shotgun ammo. It's kind of weird. So Lev only starts with 2 pistol bullets, which is the one I want to use the most. But the game's like, no, stealth is the only option. So he starts with 4 arrows and 2 pistol. And, yeah, the bow is nice, I'll be honest. Against rattlers with helmets, it is a one-hit kill if you headshot them. Lev's bow is basically just stronger than another one you would purchase from the locker as another LE character. So Lev is pretty good in that regard. But yeah, that's about it. Yara basically is nothing. Her only thing is having Lev as a buddy. I'm being totally honest. She starts with a pistol, and her traits are having Lev, and then her default supplement upgrade is having Lev help more often. That's it. Nothing to, I think she can craft medkits at the start. Yeah, I think everyone can craft medkits at the start. That's the only thing she can do at the start. So yeah, that's that. Oh, there's another thing I forgot to mention about the boards. If you don't have a partner, you're given 20 points at the end of a match. Now you have no control over whether or not you have a buddy for whatever route you choose. Sometimes it just gives it to you by default and there's nothing you can do. Yara is forced to have Lev as a buddy every single time, no matter what. So if you're going for high scores, you're out 20 points every single encounter. Lev is helpful, though. And I'll mention this in the next video, but there's ways you can earn extra points by doing things like not using a gun or only getting headshots or never getting spotted. Having a buddy that helps as often as Lev does kind of makes it so that becomes a lot tougher. If you're only going for headshots and then Lev just kills someone, there goes 30 points right there. Yeah. Anyway, Mel's playstyle is more, well, it says right there, medic. She starts with a revolver and a med kit, and I believe right off the bat, if you, what is it? Yeah, if she picks up any health or heals herself, she has the movement speed increase, which is just kind of funny. It's more just funny looking than helpful. And yeah, you can use the supplement upgrades to make it so she gets more health back from a med kit, and she can also craft 2 med kits at a time. So if you take a lot of damage, Mel is your character. Manny, I would say, is the second best character. There's a lot to him. He starts with 150% health compared to everybody else. So basically everyone has, 4 bars of health. Manny has 6. And he starts with a hunting pistol and the variable rifle, which are just 2 really good guns. Again, the hunting pistol being the right holster gun makes it a little bit difficult to get like all headshots or something, or if you put an enemy in a hostage situation, then you can't headshot someone and then headshot your hostage. So that's basically it, though. The variable rifle, it works very, very well. The hunting pistol is overpowered. The big thing with him, though, is he cannot craft medkits. You can't even get that ability in the locker. You can purchase medkits in the locker. That's the one saving grace, just like everybody else. And he also gets 50% more parts at the end of an encounter compared to everyone else. He can craft variable rifle ammo right off the bat. And then I believe his other supplement upgrade is being able to craft the ability to or purchase the ability to craft hunting pistol ammo. Yeah. And fire shells as well. Oh, is that it? The fire shells? No, that's with the shotgun. I thought it was... Well, maybe I can look. Hold on. Sorry. That one I'm kind of pulling a blank on. Manny. I will mention the momentum thing. It's hunting pistol. Yeah, there's four supplement upgrades to it.
Let's do it.
Right, there it is. Okay, so 1 and 2, you can craft hunting pistol ammo, and then these two, you can craft fire shells in the shotgun. It requires the double barrel shotgun. There is one thing about Manny, though. There is one thing about Manny. This has to do with the momentum perk. The momentum perk is when you like melee kill an enemy, and then you're given the ability to just walk up to someone, hit square, and kill them immediately. It doesn't work with Manny. And the reason for that is a side effect. If Naughty Dog knows about this, it's probably something they can fix, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. Because he starts with 150% max health, momentum perk doesn't work for him. So you will not take damage. Just have momentum go off for him, and then the points at the end, you'll have like 0 points because the game said he took like 200 damage. But then you'll get back to the hideout, try and heal, and he's full on health. So basically, if you ever get the opportunity to supplement upgrade the momentum perk for Manny, don't do it. In its current state right now, as I'm recording this on March 21st, it's broken. Okay? Let me repeat that. If you are put in a position to unlock and upgrade the momentum perk for Manny, don't do it. You will take damage that you never took, and you will lose a bunch of points for no reason, just for having it unlocked. And yeah, that is about all I can think of for this video. Next video, we're going to go over basically all the gameplay stuff and how you earn points and stuff. And yeah, the different modes: assault, hunted, holdout, capture, how to go about getting the highest scores from them. And yeah, we'll just do a bunch of gameplay stuff. All right, look forward to that. Take care. Bye.